if we really use this compass, what we find is that we can accomplish a really high percentage of our goals year over year. So what we've done is we've created an online training program. And as part of this online training program, you're able to dive deeply into each of those parts of the compass and understand them in your own life. And we have live biweekly Q&A calls where you can come onto the call and we can do personal coaching, we can do group coaching, we can talk about what you've been learning in the class, we can talk about things in your life and how it applies. Whatever the question is you have about life transformation, that's what those live biweekly calls are all about. We're also going to form a private Facebook group, and we've created a manual so that you have something that serves as a reminder, because really reminders are critically important. We learn things, and if we don't use them, we lose them, and so the reminders are what helps us stay awake. So, this program is for you if your life doesn't fit your dreams. If you're not living the life that you always wanted, that you've always dreamed about, then this program's for you. This program's for you if you keep getting something that you don't want. If you keep repeating this pattern of ending up with the wrong girl or the wrong guy, if you keep repeating this pattern of ending up with a job that just sucks your soul out of you, and that you start getting the headache or the stomach ache Sunday afternoon because you know tomorrow you got to go back to that job. If you keep getting what you don't want, then this program is for you. This program is also for you if you're just tired of living a life it's okay. And that's really where I was several years ago when my nephew was murdered. I was living a life that was okay. And I had my family life was good, my work life was good. Everything was starting to turn around for me. I was on this journey of constant learning and self-improvement and transformation, but life was still at an okay place. It wasn't at I can't believe this is my life place. And that's really where we all want to be. So as I created this program, I really had two options. I could go as cheap as possible to sell as many as possible, and that would mean I wouldn't have the personal involvement that I really, really think is critically important, which left me with the second option of devoting a lot of my time and resources to helping guarantee you are successful in your own life journey. Wendy Casera gave a wonderful comment about I was able to help her. She had a pattern of attracting abusive men into her life. Her first husband actually tried to kill her, and we were able to identify that there was a pattern there, and she was able to, going deep with her into her own personal journey to see what was forming that pattern and how to shift it and change it so that it started supporting her and enabled her to start attracting men into her life that actually made her happy instead of, scared to death. So what this program is about, again, is the online training, the live biweekly Q&A, the private Facebook group, the sex manual. We also have a bonus with a TLC library. And the library is a collection of, we have book recommendations, we have videos, we have all kinds of odds and ends of things that I found on the internet in my own journey of transformation that I just absolutely fell in love with, so that you have a place to go to do the further research, to dig deeper, to understand your life and what these patterns are about and how to shift and change them. And a one-on-one with me. So once you get through the course and you've started on this journey of recognizing your patterns, that's the perfect time for us to have just a really deep dive into the one pattern that you really, really, really want to shift and change, so that we can say, okay, so here's the triggers that we're seeing, here's the identifying markers, here's the shifts and changes, and here's how we can transform that into something that really supports you. So the library is a bonus value that's available for the first 30 people that sign up. The one-on-one with me is a bonus value for the first 20 people that sign up. And so what you get, again, that online training, the bi-weekly Q&A, the private Facebook group, the success manual, the library, the one-on-one with me. And if all I did through this program was shift you out of one pattern, would it be worth it? Think about Wendy Cassera. She was attracting men in her life who were abusive, even her first husband trying to kill her. Certainly shifting out of that pattern was worth any amount of money. Your patterns may not be as self-destructive, but they are still destructive. So what would it mean to be able to shift out of a pattern like that? Bringing focus to what's more important. When you're looking at when you start becoming conscious and aware of all the possibilities that are really there in your life, it can become overwhelming, and you need to be able to focus on, okay, so these are all the things I want to accomplish, these are all the things I want to do, these are all the things that need my attention, but really, what's the priority focus? What's the thing that's going to make all these things happen? And giving you that attention to really spot that would be worth it. Helping you finally let go of what's not serving you, and without guilt. And that's the whole thing. If you're involved in a relationship that's not serving you, if you're in a job that is not serving you, sometimes we've become so attached to parts of that we feel really guilty shifting and changing that. Even though it's not supporting us, even though it's hurting us, it's like we can't let go of it. And so being able to let go of it without guilt and doing it in a way that would personally serve you would certainly be worth any amount of money. So how much would you pay to learn how to achieve the dreams that you have? This program's going to really dynamically change your life if you actually take that time to focus on what in your life no longer serves you, what are the patterns that are derailing you on your journey, and how do you keep getting back on track and going where you want to go. So normally this class is going to sell for $1,997. But because you've been on this live stream and because you've spent this time with me, you can get started today for only $497. So you just go to lemonademakers.org/wave, and that's where you can get signed up. So like I had two choices, you have two choices. Your first option is to do nothing and don't take a leap of faith and keep doing the things you're doing and having the life you're having. Or you can take a leap of faith, which really is a very small leap of faith, because this is got a money-back guarantee to it. So no matter what, you're going to be able to have a chance to learn how to use the Transformational Life Compass and start shifting and changing your life and taking it in the direction you want to have. And if for some reason it doesn't work for you, just ask for your money back. It's a 30-day guarantee. That's time enough for you to get involved in the classes. You'll have had a couple of the biweekly Q&As. You have access to the library, the manual, and everything else. If you access all this material, if you follow the process, and for some reason at 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now, you decide this isn't for you, just let us know and we'll give you your money back. So again, go to lemonademakers.org/wave and sign up today for just $497. So the real question is it worth a few minutes of your time to check this out? Is it worth it if you only recognized one self-sabotaging pattern? Would that be worth $497? Depends on what the pattern is, I guess. But for me, it's a no-brainer. Other programs give you content, but with this, you're getting community. So do you feel like in your life right now that you have no or really limited choices, that you know, there is no perfect wave out there for you to catch? Let me show you what to do next. Go to lemonademakers.org/wave and sign up for our class. So there's one additional bonus that we've added as part of that creating community, and that's the 1 month free in the Lemonade Makers Club. We have a weekly call on that club, and we talk about, it's sort of like the bi-weekly call with the training class. We talk about anything and everything, whatever's on your mind that you want to shift and change in your life, wherever you think that you need assistance and help. We have a community that is very supportive of all of our members and wants to be able to create the opportunity for all of us to catch a perfect wave. So if you haven't signed up, it's probably due to one of three reasons. Most of the time, it's your mind is telling you that you don't have the time, that you don't have the money, or it just won't work for you. And, you know, one of the things that I've discovered in my own personal journey of self-transformation is that time passes no matter what. And, you know, I always use the thing about being good at sports. I started first grade when I was 4. And so I was a little physically behind. I was smaller. And, you know, the big thing at that point was learning to jump rope. And it took me forever to learn to jump rope, practically the whole year. And my teacher had written on my end of the year report card, "At last, Cheryl learned to jump rope," with, you know, exclamation points. And so, but what that did was that made me think I wasn't good at sports. And you know what? I don't have to be good at sports. I probably could have been better through my life if I didn't have that feeling that I wasn't, because it made me not good. But transforming your life is just about getting back out in the ocean and catching another wave. And you don't have to excel at anything to catch the perfect wave and transform your life. It doesn't matter what your personal talents and geniuses and gifts are that you bring to the table. You may think that someone else is way more talented, way more gifted. It doesn't matter. Whatever your goals are, you can live the life you want. And it's just a matter of going back and spotting the patterns in your life that aren't serving you and shifting and changing them. So again, the online training, the biweekly Q&A, the private Facebook group, the Success Manual, a free month in our Lemonade Makers Club, which means, by the way, that in the first month of this program, you would get 6 phone calls in order to help you on your journey and coaching. The TLC library, and the one-on-one with me. So it's lemonademakers.org/wave. Sign up today. And I love our penguins. They're so cute. But that's our journey. That's where we're going. And I hope you'll join us.